Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, good morning. Chanting, Chas. Thank you for the beautiful chanting. And let's continue reading from the book called Japa by His Grace Burujana Prabhu. We are entering into the 15th chapter. It's a short chapter, 2 pages. Mixing the negative with the positive. To truly taste the sweetness of Krishna's holy names, we need to strengthen both the negative, our negative meanings here, our non-desiring, and the positive, our spiritual desiring. Now, the negatives. In this fourth verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is from Sistastakam. The whole book is based on Sistastakam. In this fourth verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first describes the negatives. Those things souls wishing to taste the sweetness of Krishna's name should not desire. Such souls want neither wealth, nor followers, nor beautiful wives, nor to enjoy the results of their pious materialistic activities. Kavitam Sundarim can include the desire to taste the subtle beauty of literature and poetry. Even these finer pleasures of flowing from both reading and writing, are rejected. Instead, these devotees focus all their desire on tasting the true fruits of chanting Krishna's prema. Srila Prabhupada spoke on many occasions of the foolishness of approaching Krishna to have our material desires fulfilled. Here is a sample from one of those occasions. People generally pray for material benefits. This is Prabhupada's words. Oh God, give us our daily bread. Give me nice position. Give me nice wife, nice following, or or this or victory. So on, so on, so on, simply for material enjoyment. My Guru Maharaj used to say that if we pray to God for all these nonsense things, it is just like a man goes to a king and the king says, whatever you want, you can ask from me. And if the man says, kindly give me a pinch of ashes, it is like that. If we ask from God for some material benefit, it means that I am asking for a king a pinch of ashes. When king says that you ask whatever you want, he can say, so give me half the kingdom. Why a pinch of ash? Similarly, it is our foolishness. This is a lecture on Bhagavad Gita 2.14, happened in London, August 20, 1973. His Holiness Bhaktitirtha Swami's 1987 Vyasa Puja offering asserts the danger of such foolishness. Now, this is Bhaktitirtha Swami's writing. Every day, another associate from ISKCON joins us, and I am beginning to wonder who those rare few were who went directly to spiritual kingdoms. Here we are, Srila Prabhupada, enjoying like anything in the heavenly planets. Most of us have wonderful empires. We have beautiful bodies that have tremendous longevity. We are surrounded by luxuries, extremely potent intoxicants, and gorgeous damsels. We are all, however, suffering tremendously as we are slaves to all these opulences. I don't know how the others got here, but I can clearly see how I built my staircase to this heavenly dungeon. I remember you so often stressing that we are not the body. I, however, found myself many times thinking, why does he repeat this so much? This is Bhaktivedanta Swami in his offering speaking to Srila Prabhupada. I remember you attacking the impersonalists with tumultuous vigor, but not I could not at that time appreciate the significance of these attacks. I recall you pleading with us to give up sense gratification once and for all. In those days, I thought that you were speaking mainly to the non devotees, and I did not realize these instructions were for us. But due to our lack of becoming more internally connected with you, we are mostly now prisoners of the heavenly dungeons. Our devotion could take us only this far. That ends Bhakti Tirtha Swami's offering. Now, continuing, what to speak of cultivating desires for sense gratification? In the fourth verse of Sistastkam, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decries even the desire for liberation. The sweet devotional taste fully faithful devotees experience makes even the sufferings of the material world insignificant. Okay, one more time. The sweet devotional taste fully faithful devotees experience makes even the sufferings of the material world insignificant. Therefore, they desire to serve their Lord, even in this world, life after life. Mama Janmani Janmeshware. In his purport to Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, in his purport to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Manasa Deha Gehe, Srila Prabhupada makes graphic the selfless intensity of the surrendered serving mood. Now, Prabhupada's words, you have got every right to do whatever you think right in relation with your servant. I am your eternal servant because a devotee generally goes back to home, goes back to God. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur proposes, if you like that I shall again take birth, it doesn't matter. My only request is that if I have to take my birth, please kindly give me the chance of taking birth in a devotee's house. I don't mind if I am born as an insect, but I must be in the house of a devotee. I do not like non devotee life. Even if I am born as a Lord Brahma, I want to remain with the devotees. I want the association with a devotee who doesn't care for material happiness or spiritual liberation. I simply desire to be associated with such pure devotees. Last paragraph. A devotee's service isn't motivated by desiring relief from suffering. Rather, devotees simply want to please Krishna. Mishra Bhakti. Devotional activity mixed with self centered desire does not lead to Prema Bhakti. Mishra Bhakti, that is, devotional activities mixed with self centered desires, does not lead to Prema Bhakti. Only devotional service performed solely for Krishna's pleasure defines Abhideya Tattva. Abhideya Tattva, the process of achieving love for Krishna. This is from Bhakti Sandarbha, and that ends this chapter. So that part of, if you like that I shall again take birth, it doesn't matter. My only request is that if I have to take birth, please kindly give me the chance of taking my birth in a devotee's house. I don't mind if I am born as an insect, but I must be in the house of a devotee. Oh. So I was just, as I was reading this passage, I am seeing that there's this one house fly which is continuously coming around me, and I was just getting a little distracted here. Was not able to focus much. So we all should understand we don't want to become a housefly or like a mosquito. When Gajendra was caught by Hoo, the crocodile, there's a commentary. It says that the Hoo understood that the only way the crocodile understood that the only way that it can attain moksha is by by catching hold of the feet of the devotees of the Lord. But it gave a pain to Gajendra. It did, but then it gave a pain to Gajendra. Not necessary. We have to catch hold of the devotee's feet by like the crocodile or like this housefly which kept on flying around me and I was not able to focus. We don't want to be a devotee like that. We want to uh, be a devotee. There are some insects around here, our house in the morning time. We come down, we see that. In the night time, we say that they are on their own way. They do not behave like a housefly or a mosquito, keep on coming and eating and disturbing. But they're on their own way. We simply take that and leave it outside or put it somewhere safe place. So even if you're born in an insect, we have to pray that we don't want to be born as a mosquito or a house fly to bother the devotees. Likewise, even if you are in the association of the devotees, we got to make sure we don't become like an housefly, we don't become like a crocodile, we don't become like a mosquito to bother the devotees. So that's not the purpose of why we are having the association of the devotees. We got to be careful in the association of the devotees and we have to not be self-centered. That is important. Last paragraph says that Mishra Bhakti. If you are self-centered in your bhakti, in your devotion, why I'm chanting, why I'm reading, why I'm having the devotees association is for my own glorification or to make me as a limelight, then it's called Mishra Bhakti. It is self-centered devotion. We don't want to become a devotee like that also. The true devotee is where we try to glorify other devotee. That should be the mood of us rather than let's see how many people are glorifying me should not be the case in our Krishna consciousness. Therefore, Mishra Bhakti, devotional activity mixed with self-centered desire does not lead to Prema Bhakti. So we have to watch out our thoughts and speech, why we are doing. We keep on have to tell ourselves why I've joined this beautiful movement, Krishna consciousness movement. What brought me here? Why am I still here? What is the goal of that I want to achieve? Do I want to become, I'm just saying for an example, do I want to become a temple president? That's my goal in my life. Do I want to become um, a great sannyasi or a guru? So may I can have many followers. If these things are all our goal, then we have missed Krishna Prema. Those things which have to come on our way by Krishna's will come. But then if we have those such desire, what desire we need to have is intense desire to serve Krishna at any cost. And in Kerala, there's one temple called Guruvayur Temple. I recently, couple of days back, there's one temple in Dallas, the similar temple called Guruvayur Temple. Krishna, it's a Krishna's temple, beautiful place. I've been in India also, Kerala. There's one story where there's one lady, and this is from history. She was living away from Guruvayur, a few miles away from Guruvayur. The Guruvayur Krishna appeared in her dream and said, I want you to come and do some service for me and come daily and do some service for me. Krishna said in her dream. And this lady, her name is Manjula. She got up and she next day she went to Guruvayur and she collected some flowers and made some beautiful garland and then took it to Guruvayur and gave it to the Nambodri, the priest over there. And then he offered the garland to Guruvayurappan. Krishna's name is Guruvayurappa over there. He offered. So this became her service of daily making garlands and giving to Guruvayurappa. And every day she goes there and gives this garland. One fine day, as she was coming, what happened was she was trying to get ready and go. But there was a heavy thunder and heavy rain, heavy storm, heavy rain. So by the time she went there, The temple was closed. It was heavy rain. Therefore, the priest came out. She said, I brought the garland. He said, well, the temple is closed now. I cannot open the door. Why don't you come tomorrow? I will take it. But if we were in a situation, well, I tried my best. What can I do? This is all beyond my control. So we will happily take the garland, or leave it somewhere or whatever. We'll just take it and go back. That's what we would have done. I would have done. But Manjula was not ready to go back. She was not ready to go back. She just stood there and crying that she missed one day of service. No, she's been doing for days and weeks and months and years this service. Only one day she was not able to offer that flower that day. That was not because of her laziness, it's because of the natural thing. Rain, she couldn't do, but she took it very, very serious that it's her. Somehow she took it on herself, saying that she was so unfortunate that she was not able to offer that flower garland to Guru Vairappan. And then what she did was she saw a tree over there and then a rock underneath the tree. She decided to give up her life. For people, this may look too extreme case of fanatism, but according to Krishna's eyes, this is called prema bhakti. This is love for Krishna. Again, we don't imitate such things, but we can see where we stand in our bhakti. For sometime we get up, we go to the we try to go to the temple. At the time something call comes or something, we just drop going to the temple and stay back. We have all excuses and reasons, and we justify our reasons and excuses to make it dharmic. We adjust our thought process accordingly. But Manjula was not like that. She said she's going to give up her life. What she did was, there was a rock underneath this tree. She was ready to go and hit her head on this rock and give up the life. Just one reason why she was not able to offer that garland on that only one day out of hundreds of days. She was going to hit her head and she was ready to give up her life. At that time, there was another wonderful devotee of Guru Vairappan. He came, Pundanam, his name. So he came saying that, hey, stop. He's another one. His story is also beautiful. Anyway, so he said, stop. Stop, Manjula, stop. He said, what? Why are you doing this? Why are you killing yourself? And she said, this is what happened. I was not able to offer the garland to Guru Vairappan, so I give up my life. Then what's the use of having this body, this head, this hands, when it cannot be engaged in service of Krishna even one day? This is what her statement. If we have to feel miserable if we miss an opportunity, even a day of service to Krishna. Are we feeling such? Do we have that feeling? It's a question that we need to ask ourselves one day, or we are occasion-based devotees. Occasion-based devotees means my birthday I go to temple, wedding day I will go to temple, and job I got a job I'll go to the temple. Occasion-based temple devotees, or are we festival devotees? We only appear on Janmashtami, Ramanavami. Those are types of devotees. Or we are a weekend devotees. We only think about Krishna and services when it comes on Sunday evening. So we have to think of Manjula's story where she is saying, what is the use of this body when I fail to serve Krishna this day? So she was going to give up the body. And he said, the other devotee, Mundaman, he said that, do you think that Krishna is only inside the temple? And she was baffled. She said, what do you mean? Yes, Krishna is inside the temple. That means you are telling that Krishna is not present in the tree that you are standing in front of and the rock where you're going to hit your head and kill yourself. Do you think Krishna is not present in the tree and not present in the rock? She said, Krishna is everywhere. If Krishna is everywhere, why don't you see Krishna in the rock? And why don't you see Krishna in this tree and rock? Why don't you offer this garland to this rock instead of breaking your head? And then Manjula knows is a nice devotee, wonderful devotee. She said, okay, I'll accept your words. At the time, this is another nice mood of a devotee. If as long as we are stuck to our own ideas, we cannot progress in Krishna consciousness. At times, the advices that we get may not be what we want to hear, but then we take it for our own benefit. Because many times what we do is we only take advices from people which is favorable of ourselves. If that advice doesn't favor my understanding and my willingness of my desire, then I then reject reject that advice. I'll go to Divya. If Divya gives a different advice which is not of my choice, I'll go to Gopal. I'll go to many of you until I find some solution which really what I wanted, right? So that's not what it is. Manjula was willing to accept, though she was ready to give us life, she was willing to accept the senior devotees and then accept his advice. And she said, okay, I'll follow your instruction. And then she offered that garland on the rock, paid her obeisances to the rock and the tree over there. And she walked away. She walked away. Next day morning, as usual, Nirmalyam, where they try to wake up the deity and then remove the previous night things to do abhishek and then put a new garments and new chandanam and all those different things, ornaments and then garland. They were getting ready. The priest comes, he opens the door, he does all those things, he removes the garlands, he removes a second garland, he removes a third garland. There was one garland, he was trying to remove the last garland, he was not able to remove. That one garland it's a simple garland. He was trying to pull, and he was not able to remove the garland. By then, Pundaman, the other devotee, he comes there. He watches, what are you doing here for this long? And the priest said, I'm trying to remove this garland, it's not coming out. And he said that you will not be able to remove that garland. That is Manjula Mala. He says that's Manjula Mala. Manjula Mala means it's a mala, it's a garland offered by Manjula to Guru Vairappan. It is tied by her devotion, love, and you won't be able to take it off. And the priest said, I can't understand what you say, but for me to start doing Abhishek and everything, I got to remove this one. What do I do? And he said that the only way that you can do is you go out of the temple, you see there's a tree and there's a rock over there. You will see the same garland over there. If you can remove that garland, take the garland, and you'll be able to take care of this one. And the priest does not, he didn't get any idea what he's talking about. The garland I want to remove is here. You're asking me to go out of the temple and remove the thing from there. But anyway, you're a great devotee. What you say, I will follow. He walks out exactly, he sees under the tree there's a rock. On the top of the rock, there's a garland, which is exactly identical to the garland that Guru Vairappan is wearing inside. So he goes and prays his obeisances because he's also a devotee. Devotee sees the Lord in everything, therefore he pays obeisances. He was easily able to remove the garland. As soon as he removes the garland at Guru Vairappan falls off from him. And Manjula was right standing there coming with the garland, what that did. So this is the determination that we need to have, the sincerity in our service. How much we really love Krishna matters. And no one have to come and tell us, or we don't need to prove others that how much I love Krishna. Krishna knows in our heart. We know Krishna. This is bhakti. This is, the husband and wife relationship does not need to be spoken outside the world. You know how much I love my wife. How much she's doing service to me. A wife doesn't need to go and talk about her husband, how great the husband is. It the anyonym, the intimate relationship. You know how we sleep on the bed. You know how I feed. We don't talk. People doesn't talk any of the intimate relationship with husband and wife. Go how close your friend may be. We don't go and talk about these things to others. Krishna Prema is something like that. It's individual basis. It is within ourselves. Krishna knows, and we should know that love. And that love increases like the husband and wife relationship. This is the example that can be given because we are all married to Krishna. And Krishna is the Purusha. We are all his threes. So we have to develop such a love towards Krishna. Now that Janmashtami is coming, let's let's get into that mode of loving for Krishna, and do what we can do in Krishna consciousness. I took 10 minutes here, didn't plan to. Thank you all very much for joining this morning. Let's meet again tomorrow 5 a.m. Central Time. Hare Krishna. Chant and be happy. Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.